to the people.
Alive.
Are we live? We're not live. Yeah. Now we're live. Welcome back, everyone, to the Mixed Surfaces podcast. We got Jason. What are you jamming to, Jason?
Whatever music there is got planned.
Ah, gotcha. Well, hope everybody had a great week. I guess we'll recap on what everybody did this week. I haven't talked to you guys much, so curious to know what your weeks held and weekends held. But I think we're going to hit a couple good topics. We're going to talk about this new Nedbank Gravel ride, which is kind of cool over in South Africa. They dropped the new rules and regulations and prize monies for Lifetime Grand Prix for 2026. I think there's some interesting things there. And then we'll talk about ketones. I don't know if you guys drink. Do you guys drink ketones?
Hell yeah. Right here. I'm drinking
right there.
Right now. Nice.
Yeah.
Feel nice.
No. So I think we got some fun stuff. But yeah, what you guys been up to?
Hey, thanks to Real and Nutrition, Olive, Flat Tire Bikes, Rotor Bikes.
Absolutely.
Our sponsors. I got on the podium on Sunday. I was a podium guy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Fucking ripped it.
Holy cow.
Tell me more about this. I saw pictures on Instagram of the flat tire. Like Flat Tire got a picture of everybody.
Yeah.
It was looking good.
I know. Fear the beard. So Pittsburgh, around Pittsburgh, it's been going on for a while, called the Month of Mud. And this was the last race in the Month of Mud series. It's in Ohio Powell, which is about an hour away. They call it a Super D, which is basically a mostly downhillish cross country time trial.
So like super enduro. Is that the thought?
No, it's I rode my pivot. I rode my cross country bike. So there were guys on hardtail single speeds, but it's all downhill. There wasn't really any climbing.
Sick. And so you got what podium place did you get? Was this wide angle podium? Oh, so not wide angle podium, real podium.
I got third.
Nice. Did you win anything? Did you take home
$10?
$10?
$10, man.
Dude, $10 will get you a lot at Real and Nutrition with the code.
I got a coffee or two.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. How long was the race?
47 minutes for me. The guy in front of me, second place, was 46. He beat me by a minute. Just under a minute. And then first place was 3 minutes ahead of me. How long was the track? It was like 9.5 miles.
Okay.
Roughly. Dude, they had 27 people in the e-bike category.
I was going to say, did you ride that e-bike behind you?
No, I haven't ridden it yet. I borrowed it from the shop because it's a loaner. It's a Salsa Notch, and it's been sitting at the shop, and I thought, I got to take that home and take it for a spin.
Dude, and you won't go back?
No, I'm not. I rode one of those Amflows.
What's an Amflow?
So the Amflow, so DJI makes our cameras and stuff. They made a new motor for e-bikes, and it's just like blowing doors off of people.
Is that the one with like 95 Newton meters of torque and like 800 watt hour battery? Yeah.
I tell you what, it was pretty fast. It was real fast.
Yeah. I mean, it just changes the way that you ride trails, like because uphills now become flats, flats become downhills, and downhills just stay downhills. Like
it still kicks out at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a real good thing. But
no, I find like there's a skill to riding e-mountain bikes because, especially on switchbacks or tight things, like sometimes that motor can kick in and all of a sudden it's getting away from you. And if you're not ready for that, like you can throw yourself off the back very easily.
That's why I'm a little bit apprehensive to take this out and really try it out. Because I don't know. It's the Salsa Notch. It's their cheaper, lower build. I don't want to say cheap. It's not really cheap. I mean, it's like $8,000 or something, but
That's not cheap.
yeah, it's their it's the lower build. It's Q's. It's got a Suntour fork on the front.
Good spring-loaded fork for a big, heavy e-bike.
Well, it's a Xeron. It's not the greatest fork.
That'll be fun though. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, that's cool. Well, hey, guess who else podiumed a race this weekend?
Not you, was it?
No, it wasn't me. I was a soigneur, but my daughter raced
Oh,
her first mountain
nice.
bike race. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. She took home a medal. I actually meant to bring it down here, but I forgot it. So, of course, classic parent. My kid wins a medal, and I'm the one that's bragging about it. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, but she.
What was that? What was that all about?
Well, so we had a big fall race here that's been going on for a number of years called the 5 Points 50, and so it's a 50 miler or a 20 miler or 25 miler. Then they had a kids race too.
And she did the 50.
Yeah, well, that she wanted to, and she actually started off on the 50, and about at the first aid station, she came in for a hand up and said that her back was locking up a little bit, so we opted to back out, really just to preserve her late season form.
Did you set up her suspension improperly or something?
She's just a true purist, I guess you could say. So she really doesn't believe in dropper posts or suspension or even pedals. She's not even, she doesn't even believe in pedals. That's how far she goes back. But
she'd get along well with me.
Yeah. No, it was fun though. I mean, it was cool to see her out there. That's the one thing I love about mountain biking events is that, and I think it's pretty much everywhere, is that they're so family friendly. I mean, I think road events are fun, but they're exclusive to people that either have the nice equipment and things like that, or are willing to go put in a ton of miles. But for these mountain bike events, it just feels like a big camp out. And I just love that.
Yeah, I agree. Road's a little more, I don't know what you call it, uptight necessarily, but they're definitely a little more serious in the road.
Yeah, and like even gravel though, like it's hard to take your family to an event that you're doing because, even if it's just your wife or your partner or whatever, like, because you take off for a 6-7 hour ride, and you're like, all right, I'll see you in a little bit, and they're left walking around an empty expo with nothing going on. Like at least mountain bike races are like shorter. And like, you don't have to worry so much about entertaining everyone, and it can be more of a family event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aria, how did you do? Did you podium any sprints?
No, didn't nothing too too eventful this side. Not a whole lot going on.
Did you do the last Monday Night Gravel? Did you do it?
No.
Dude.
Actually, I haven't been feeling too hot, so I was kind of trying to lay low here and hopefully be, all recovered up.
Interesting, Jason. He's overtrained already going into the
already.
Winter.
Yeah.
Not really. My training load's low right now, like really low.
Yeah, but the motivation to train doesn't sound like it's there, and that's the first thing that goes, and then your health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
just sell the bikes.
Yeah. Dude, talk about late season motivation. Have you guys been keeping up at all with this Nedbank Gravel burn?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Dude, those guys have raced all year long. They've raced all year long, and that's what blows my mind. And here they are in almost November, duking it out in the
Did I see Lachlan was in there too?
Lachlan
in there? Is there. But
Pitcock is
there.
He's not made the top 10 in day 1 and 2.
But he's exactly what I would expect to be happening, though. I mean, he's raced a full calendar. They probably paid him 6 figures to come over and race this race, and he's just hanging out. Probably got his dogs with him.
Same as Allison Jackson. She was there. She got dropped out of the front 2 groups both days.
Yeah, the start list is awesome. Just to run through some names on the men's side, you've got Matt Beers, you've got Simone Pelot, Hugo Dracho. Who else is there? Lockie's there. Pidcock's there. Matteo DeMarchi's there. I think Roman Bardet, if anybody follows road racing,
Nice.
I think Roman Bardet was supposed to be there. And then on the women's side, you've got Lauren Stevens, American champ. Melissa Rollins is there. Pauline Ferran Prevost's sister. What's her name? The other, she's in the lead right now.
The runner-up or second place for the lifetime or third place for life. Polo.
Ashley Mulman Pasio.
No,
Simone Polo.
Simone Polo. That's it.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah, he's won a stage. Matt Beers won the first two stages, and then
didn't it rain all?
Yeah, dude. The first day looked brutal, cold. Shit. Yeah, but it's so cool though because I don't know if you guys have watched Cape Epic or not, but it's the same guys same group that puts on Cape Epic. So it honestly looks like an incredible amateur stage race to go to because like the highlight packages are cool and they kind of talked a little bit about it, but it's full service and it's a point-to-point race every day. So it's like RAGBRAI but more fun. So like you race to the point, they already have your camp set up. The mechanics take your bike, break it down, wash it, clean it, make sure it's all running well for you and have it ready for you the next day. Like it's completely supported. I think it'd be a fun thing to do.
No, it absolutely looks fantastic. All the food, catering,
the local culture. I think it's really cool. Like my only drawback to it is, here's my first gripe, is that I think that they, at the end of every day, they put the top 10 men and the top 10 women. But like there's way more people racing than that. So you've got to go to the website to figure out like what the results are. So it's like really they're so focused on just like the experience more so than they are the actual racing, which like I'd like to see the actual racing. That's my minor gripe. My major gripe is that I wish it was bigger. I just wish there were more racers because like it starts with a group of like 25 or 30 and then
it's a very small field of riders.
Yeah, it's a very small field.
And I think too, there's a couple of factors that play into that, towards the end of like most calendar season for most people, and then also being a new race, I feel like that's affecting, the turnout. But it's so well produced. Their coverage of day one and day two, they gave a rider spotlight for every rider, so you knew who was in the race. Even the people who were not winning, Yeah. So, I was absolutely flabbergasted.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that they can put on this incredible production where they're actually you can get behind riders. They're having rider interviews. They're doing all the right things about generating a narrative. And here's Lifetime, who's been doing this now for like several years, and they can't figure it out still.
Yeah,
like
I know
it's crazy.
It's just kind of mind blowing to me. Obviously, these guys, they've done Cape Epic, but Lifetime has been around for some time, and it just the videos, how fast they're putting them out, and the quality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have been watching like the other versions of Lifetime, the videos they've been putting out lately, the last 2 weeks. It's like when they're reusing the streamed media for like these after the fact race, right?
Yeah.
Instead of using like the high quality files, I'm like, these are obviously not the race winning videos, so might as well make them look good, because some people appreciate that part of it too. Is like the quality of the production, and these guys are knocking it out on all angles.
Yeah, I think like I don't think there's a live stream though, is there, of each stage, which is fine. Like honestly, I'm okay with that. If it gets to be more competitive, I would want to see a live stream because frankly, there's no other cycling on right now besides track cycling and cyclocross, and I would rather watch the people I like to watch race. But
I did watch a little of that track cycling the other day. I watched a couple of those. That's pretty wild stuff.
Dude, those guys they're a different breed. Like those sprinters. Have you seen like Quadzilla? I think that's what he goes by on Instagram. He'll do like Bulgarian split squats with like 300 pounds on like just one-legged squats. And it's crazy. But Yeah, I can't. I've tried to watch track, and like I can get into like the Madison and like some of like the team time trial stuff, but it's unless there's a racer that races on the road, I really just don't care that much. Because the other thing that frustrates me about track cycling is that there's like 18 million different competitions, and so like at the World Championship they give out like 60 jerseys.
Yeah, they're all so confusing too. It's like, okay, they're going to go around 40 laps and then they're going to chase each other for the last 5, and then there's 2 people or they're 4 starting on one side, 4 starting on the other, and then the rules seem, I don't know, maybe I'm just not that into it to know the rules, but
yeah,
it does seem
as you were talking about that. As you were talking about that, I was just thinking about every conversation that I have with anyone that doesn't focus on cycling, and they're like, yeah, this is stupid. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, so this Nedbank race, I think, sounds like it's going to be one to stay, like as a counterpart to Cape Epic. And
you think they'll open it up to amateurs?
It is open to amateurs.
Oh, it's open to amateurs.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, like unbound amateurs, like pilgrimage for everybody in the country to go there and have people do it.
No, I don't think they can do that because just like Cape Epic, like they've got to limit it so that way they can keep the quality high for the experience. Yeah, and I was watching some of the interviews of the amateurs, and between their kit and their bikes, like these are not just average Joes. Like I'm sure they're like hedge fund managers and things like that have amateured their way over.
Yeah.
Amateurs
that are sponsored by money.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know if anybody else, especially listeners, have been watching the gravel burn and what they think and what Lifetime could learn from it, because man, they are doing a good job with making the little race a big thing.
The other problem is it's very remote.
Yeah, super remote. Out there. Yeah, that's what's cool too, is that they're staying at like family farms. Like, you know, they're talking about how this family has generously offered like their property to stay on, and they're like 10th generation apple farmers, you know, like I think it's pretty cool. It shows the community of South Africa in an interesting way, I think.
Yeah, no, pretty cool stuff. No, I really like that race. I think they're doing everything right. I wonder what happened to Allison Jackson's in 15th place right now.
I mean, it's been so much climbing.
Watching beers riding away from those much lighter, probably, those
40 pounds. Like 40. Yeah. I bet even more than that. I bet Beers weighs 185 pounds.
Yeah, I think he's right about there. I think he said his weight at one point. I think he did say.
But he's what, 6'4"?
Maybe even taller than that. But his FTP is like 480 or 490. So
yeah,
he's 80 kilos, 176 pounds.
Man, he's a skinny boy.
Skinny boy. But did you hear that at Big Sugar for that attack, the initial attack that he did about 1,000 watts for like crazy, like 30 seconds or something to break that snap. And then once they created that group with the 2 guys who he was riding with, he did 430 watts for 2 hours.
Yeah. I heard he's using a Cork power meter though, so I think it was reading high.
Yeah.
That's just kind of bananas.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if Beers even approaches, like I doubt his FTP can go up much further than that. So like, but I don't understand, and I think we've talked about this before, is like how he could eat enough to survive these long races. Like, because I don't know, I'm sure there's math out there, but if you're doing 450 watts, I mean, calories wise,
he's taking ketones.
Oh, what a segue. Well, he better not, because the UCI is going to come down after him. But yeah, I think it's cool that Beers won those first 2 stages. And I think it's just a weird course for the people that aren't climbers. Like they're just not. Allison Jackson isn't going to be able to chase down. She's a classics racer. Like she's a big girl, strong, and she's not going to be able to ride.
What are the climbs like? I couldn't really tell.
Oh, I was in the climbs are
real
tough.
steep, right?
No, they are.
They are.
Yeah, there were definitely some steep points, and it is rough gravel.
Yeah.
I mean, like chunky. And I think the cool thing is that at least in the men's race, for the past two stages, both of the separations have been made on the downhills because they're so technical.
Yeah.
Which was like I think about gravel races around here, like lifetime races, and rarely do I hear about a separation that happened on a downhill. It's always like, someone gets dropped off the wheel. So to see that these guys are actually pushed to their limit and beyond is pretty cool, I think.
Is anybody riding a shock on the front?
Yeah, several are. There's one guy, he was third, I think, in the first stage. He's on a hardtail drop bar.
Okay.
But he got smoked in the sprint, so I think he might be regretting that choice.
Yeah. I wonder what size tires they're running. I haven't seen any of the bike.
Yeah, based on what I saw, I wouldn't run anything under a 2.2. I mean, it's big boulder, chunky rocks.
Stuff.
Yeah, it looks really bad. I mean, these guys they had to run part of it on one of the hills because it was so steep. Rough. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool concept, though. I mean, I think this concept of a gravel stage race could be something that would be. I mean, it could be popular here in the States, right?
I bet if somebody had a checkout over there, they'd be tearing the place up.
That's what I'll be riding. That's for sure.
The old checkout. What have you named it? Do you name your bikes, or
he's not naming it?
I was naming it Mariana Voss.
Mariana Voss.
That's right. Yeah, Mariana Voss.
Yeah, and that's what it's. That's how it is in Garmin. I ended it under my gear, so
that's funny. Mariana Voss.
I've never received so many compliments on a bike before.
Yeah.
To be honest, it just resonates with people. To be honest, I was at Orla Bikes in the parking lot, loaded my bike, and some guy tapped me on the shoulder like, "Dude, I saw your bike on the Instagrams. It's a really sweet bike. Really good. People have good things to say about it that have approached me."
I think it's polarizing.
Bad things is great.
No, I haven't said anything bad. I just think it's heavy, but it's a polarizing bike. But I mean, I think it's a bike that you just don't. It's so different from anything that you see out there that I think you got props for doing it.
Yeah.
And you might whoop me on it. If you ride it at Sea Otter, you'll have a chance to prove its worth.
Yeah, he said might.
We'll see.
He might.
Yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts on that ketone stuff?
I'm taking all the ketones. That's the whole bottle of ketones right there. Whole can of ketones.
Dude, I took ketones for a race one time, and it was a Toppling Goliath gravel grinder. I don't know if anyone in the chat has done that one before up in the driftless area of Iowa. I think it was like 80 miles and like 9,000 feet of climbing or something like that. And Uriah, you've ridden up there, but yeah, I took ketones because I wanted a little extra oomph. And other than almost like vomiting as soon as I took them, because this was back before like Ketone IQ came out or anything.
Yeah, before it tasted pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like whatever the first one was.
Jet fuel.
It did. It tasted like I was drinking gasoline. And so I took like I just ended up chugging like half the bottle because I didn't know how much to take. And I felt fine. I mean, I didn't feel fine towards the end of the race, so it was pretty bad, but I don't know. But I think it's funny that the UCI for context, UCI is the governing body of international cycling. They do cyclocross, mountain biking, road biking, everything. And they randomly, they're so weird. They randomly just released a statement that wasn't banning ketones because all the pro world tour teams are like probably taking ketones. They just said that a study, we have done a reference to a reputable study, and we don't recommend that you take ketones.
Yeah.
And that's all they said. They didn't say they're banned. They didn't even link the study.
Yeah.
So like, it's such a weird thing like
So
that they did.
the stuff I've read on ketones is, you don't really gain much if you take it by itself. You got to take it with a bicarbonate, is what I've looked at, and you're only going to get like 5% if you take.
It could mean a lot though.
It could mean a lot
if you've pushed everything else and you're going for marginal gains. It could mean a lot.
So it lower, if you take it by itself, it lowers your blood pH, which I think it only really affects people with diabetes, like negatively. It doesn't really affect a lot of people.
That's like 70% of the population.
Well,
maybe not our listeners. Maybe not our listeners. But.
Not our listeners, but yeah.
So that's kind of what I read. I was more interested in creatine than ketones, but I've never taken any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just naturally gifted.
Yeah, I don't see the need to take ketones either. But I do think that there are things that
what the hell are?
Yeah, it was that like
I've
steroids.
Oh yeah.
Before we throw that up on the chat.
Yeah, no, we're not doing all that.
Aria, that was like a Freudian slip right there. You're like, oh yeah, Anavar. That's why you're so good.
Yeah, I've read this.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. But it is funny. I don't see the need to take ketones. I think it's funny that a governing body comes out and says, not that we ban them in races, but we just don't recommend doing it. Like as if they're the parent in the relationship that says, make a good decision, but like we'll trust you.
And this is this is what the UCI has been like lately.
Yeah, dude, that's what that's exactly.
We're gonna limit your bar width for like a 20 centimeter here to here, and the flares are 25 centimeters here to here.
Yeah,
and. The gearing. Oh, let's make the gearing exclusionary for one drivetrain. Oh no, we can't do that. We're gonna let everybody do it.
It just doesn't make sense why nobody asked for that. This
I know. You know, it reminds me a lot of another individual that likes to tweet out random things. But
it's kind of. If you're not banning him, like then
why even bring it up? Like why even bring it up? Yeah.
Did maybe a ketone company refuse to pay up or something? They're taking them down.
Well, it's funny how they came out with the gearing, and then they just bailed on it, And now it's the handlebars. What did they? So they made the handlebars look. I mean, you're like. Stuck to that width. I mean, what if you're a bigger guy with wider shoulders, or you're smaller?
Well, bigger guy is fine. Smaller person is not, because smaller people are going to be riding like this, like
especially the women, right?
Yeah, Aria, you would have a lot of trouble because you got those really narrow like shoulders. So,
dude, my shoulders are like linebacker style shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's funny though. I love the UCI. I just think they do a lot of funny things. But like I mean, even so, I know we're mixed surfaces, so we can talk about road cycling. People in the chat, tell me if you never want to hear about road cycling again, and I'll shut up. But I love it.
To talk about road cycling.
So like Tour of Holland, like we talk about UCI safety. So there was the inaugural Tour of Holland over in the Netherlands, late season race. Lots of good sprinters went there. They had to cancel the stage because the Tour of Holland had set up volunteers as course marshals. They didn't have like paid course marshals. So then people like local community residents, like these people are with their flags, like crossing guards, and they just like gave them the bird and started driving down the course. And so there were cars like all over the course. And it was not the UCI that said, oh, we can't do this. The riders came up and were like, hey, like we can't be dodging cars on a course. So it's like, it's funny. The UCI is like, watch your health with ketones, but Don't worry about the 4,000-pound car coming down.
They were just trying to slow the race down.
Jeez. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just trying to slow the race down. It's too dangerous with these bikes going too fast.
Yeah, it's true.
With other cars on the road, seriously.
Speaking of which, cars on the road, I was rewatching some of the gravel, some of the videos some riders put up for the Big Sugar, and I noticed, like, in the first few minutes when they're still on pavement, just there were cars on the road while you had this massive group of pros coming through, and I'm like, when this race starts, that the most these riders are gonna be out of here in less than 7 minutes. Why are you not completely stopping traffic on this road? Because there was so many times where, like, riders were just coming up and there was a car right there on the roundabout. So,
well, hasn't that been like the underlying story of Big Sugar for a lot of years though? Like, maybe not so much now, but that people I've heard it on multiple podcasts. I've heard multiple riders say it, that at some point they're going to be out there on those gravel roads, because I've never ridden in Bentonville, but I've heard it's a lot of blind curves into down hills.
Yeah.
And that one day that a car is going to come around one of those and it's an open road race and it's not going to be good.
That's how Ivor Slick, that's how he hurt himself.
He got hit.
Yeah, he got hit
at Big Sugar.
Yeah, no, before Big Sugar.
Oh, gotcha. But
he was
same
down
thing.
there, pre-riding, went around the corner with the pickup truck.
Yeah, I mean it's just frustrating. I think, like, because gravel has freedom to it, and a lot of the reasons that I think a lot of us like gravel is that it gets you away from vehicles. But that's not the case everywhere that you go. Like, in some places, gravel can be more dangerous than roads because no one expects to see a bike out there.
Yeah.
And gravel cyclists, sometimes drift over into that left lane when they're going up over that hill.
Yeah.
And thinking, the road's closed, or it's a gravel road. Nobody's going to be out here. And what do you do though? Because, like, that's the big reason there's no road racing scene in the United States, is because if you're going to if you have to negotiate contracts with every jurisdiction, like every county, every city that you go through, and so you've got like 9 police stations that you're working with, and so people won't close the roads. Like, so you got to gravel, but then you're kind of still running into the same issue. And while it's less likely that a car is going to be on there, it's almost more dangerous now, because I'd rather not have the race knowing that I could get hit by a car than to say, like, well, there's a low likelihood that you're going to get hit by a car. Yeah. People got to ride smart,
You ride smart to an extent.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be an exception, but you have to, unless you are sure there's nothing coming up over that hill, don't go in the left lane just to try and beat some people up this hill that,
But even if it's the left lane, like, I mean, I get that when you're riding alone, but these guys that are racing in the front, where there's a group of 20 of them and they're 5 wide, even in the right lane, those people on the left side, they're still in danger, because cars don't. I mean, when I drive on a gravel road, I'm staying in the middle. I'm staying in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of times, you're right. Absolutely. I feel like every time I've run into a car, they're being in the middle on a gravel road.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing because, again, this is just me from the outside looking in. It's, looks like Lifetime and the World Tones are, like, in bed together. So it's like, you can't make this is your last biggest race. You can't make it as safe as possible. You just need 10 minutes at the most for the start, at least while they're in the city. Because we can't, expect them to inconvenience everybody for hours. But the first 10 minutes, you could surely close the road.
Well, somebody just said, there's no cars on single track. So I guess what you could do is you could take one of those square loops south of Iowa City there and just do,
laps.
50 laps.
Well, I mean, I think that's the scary part, though, is that we joke about that, but all it's going to take is one big incident, one race, and it's gonna.
I don't think so.
Oh man, I do. I think
There's
it would be
been people dying in the Tour de France, and they're still not. I mean, they're not shutting anything or changing much there. I mean,
yeah, but we're talking about two different things. We're talking about closed roads. We're talking about like those. Yeah, you're right. People die in road racing and, and even rampage, but that's almost always based on either a racing event or a rider decision that went wrong.
Yes,
not the fact that you went into a course thinking that all I have to worry about are the people that are riding their bikes around me and a car comes out of nowhere and kills you.
Yeah. The Tour, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but one of the team cars ran a couple of guys over.
Again, that's like it's different because it's a known thing. Like, there are team cars around there and it was a bad decision that was made, like by someone who is aware of the race going on. Like, I guess what I'm getting at, and maybe it's a good time to transition because Lifetime just released the 2026 updates to their calendar, and they talked about all these changes. One of the things that I think would have been really cool and like probably would have maybe gotten me more excited about Lifetime events is to say like all elite races will be on closed course. We will close the roads for the elite racers to let them use the course as much as they can, like because I think it would have been a good move for them to say, we're going to spend more money on safety, not necessarily so much on promotion. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I mean, I don't want to see anybody die.
Now it's like, okay, now you're singling out these elite riders and giving them all the benefits of not having anybody on the road when it's all the amateurs like Maria out there are just going to get run over.
So then go as far as to say, let's close, Lifetime will close the roads for all of those events. So like Big Sugar roads closed, Unbound roads closed, like obviously Schwamigan, Leadville, not a huge issue.
That would be pretty amazing. And I don't think it would be as hard as you might think. I mean,
it's hard because remember when we had Whitney Allison on here, she did say a lot of times what ends up being impossible, like Graham actually mentioned earlier, is the permitting system.
Yeah.
One county might be willing to play ball, the next county is like, no, we don't care about those bicycles. And it comes down a lot of times to the county manager or whatever, the title supervisor, that if they want to play ball or not, it's a decision.
Well, this extra couple $1 million from Lifetime will be able to bribe a lot of.
I know.
Grease some
pockets. You gotta grease the pockets, and then you look the other way. Oh, what happened to all these 20 permits here?
I guess you either grease them or you rough them up in the parking lot.
I don't know many cyclists that can rough up anyone.
I know.
Or you hire a goon squad to go rough up.
That's right.
The gravel riders hire a downhill rider to go do it for them. No,
man. So it's pretty interesting though. So they're up in the money, up pretty significantly actually, right?
They're not expanding the field though.
I know. Why are they not expanding the field?
Expand the field a little bit.
I know. So maybe Aria or someone, Aria, give us a breakdown, if you know it, of some of the big highlights for changes in 2026.
I don't have the highlights. I just know I'm looking here just on some of the things. Looks like this is a big
I'll
change.
give the highlights. Since I'm the only one that does any research on this podcast ever.
Dude,
good Lord. It's like working with a
I
bunch
do
of
research. I do all about,
you edit.
And
Jason's
Matt Beard winning stage 1 and 2 of the Nedbank.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So 2026. So I think the biggest thing that most people, or at least the riders, will be interested in is the total prize pool has gone up to $590,000, over $500,000 prize pool.
Why not 600?
Well, I don't know. Well, I
I
think
don't know.
no. I actually thought about that too, because there's some caveats to this money. So I only think about like 350,000 is going to the actual like placement winners, like at the end of the season, what the lifetime top 10 are. I think that's the payout. And then there's going to be, which this is kind of cool. I think it's $2,500 are going to be paid to any competitor
Yeah.
in the lifetime
That's
Grand
nice.
Prix. And I
Yeah.
think that's going to do two things. Is like, one, it's going to compensate people, not a lot, but enough to where it's, their travel funds and stuff like that will be mitigated a little bit. However, the other thing is that at least I know in the men's and I think the women's too, so many people dropped out this year. They
Yes.
had a bad race and they said, all right, I'm done with this. So this is a bit of an incentive to, I think, keep people in through the end of the season, which is nice. But then the tertiary piece about the payout is that there are specific payouts for, I think, Unbound and maybe Big Sugar. So like if you win Unbound, you get a prize purse, or if you win Big Sugar, you get a prize purse in addition to the lifetime Grand Prix overall standings.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. I think the other highlight that they made was that everything is going to be live streamed. We can come back to that. Big win there. And then, they didn't expand the field. And what else is there? Like, I don't know. I think that's, is that it?
It's not bad. It's getting bigger. So they up the prize purse, which is what we talked about earlier this year.
Yeah.
Was one of the things they should do.
Make it viable.
I guess it's a good idea that they're giving like a minimum payout for everybody in the race, which is going to help keep people in the race. And maybe if it gets bigger, then they'll expand the field, and maybe the prize purse will go up again.
Yeah, no, I think if they're trying to attract the Euro riders, some of that minimum compensation is going to need to go up.
Yeah,
because if you're flying out here for even just one race,
no,
it goes your money, right?
No, those Europeans don't give two shits about us unless, because you're talking about cyclocross. They don't care about cyclocross over here. All our people that run cyclocross got to go over there, and they don't get extra this or that. They come over here for two races, and that's it.
No, but if you're in the World Tour, right? Obviously the Lifetime is not at that level yet, but they're working on having a premier series that's this series for off-road riding. So if you want to attract that talent, I think early on, it's just things are expensive. This is a good start, definitely a good start, better than nothing than before. But I think it's just that money is gonna, unfortunately, it's gonna have to go up.
I don't think they should do anything to try and attract Europeans specifically.
You know what I think it is? I think that while it's a 55% increase in the prize purse year over year. So going up to 500 and what did I say? 590K?
590. Yeah.
590. So I think two things. Like I was so convinced that they were going to bring in a team element to this. I was so convinced that they were going to do that because like that is the next stage to mimic, World Tour racing. And at first I was just like taken aback that they didn't do that. And then I got to thinking about it. And I really think that this is going to be a bit of a hot take here. I think Lifetime is being ultra, ultra greedy. And I think I say that because they are maintaining, of course, all the media rights they're maintaining control over everything. And by pitting individual racers against individual racers and incentivizing, individual performances, it means that you keep the racers isolated to where when it comes to negotiation as a unit or anything, there's nothing that you can do.
You can't do it collectively.
Exactly. And if they were to bring in, teams where you could have like the Trek team, the Specialized team, like the Felt team or whatever it might be, all of a sudden now you have bigger entities that you're working with and they're going to have a bigger voice at the table, and Lifetime is either going to make less money or have less control over how their races run. and they just don't want that nonsense and that noise. And I think that they're just trying to keep
everything under one
under one umbrella and keep it simple. But I think it's just going to make. I don't think that like you said, Aria. I think a minimum salary or a minimum payout is going to do nothing for retention. I don't think that like. I'm very disappointed. It's a big like whatever for this race. Like it doesn't do or for this.
Oh, that's an interesting comment from Yvonne.
Yeah.
Who's she? She's new to this chat.
Yeah, because along those lines, right? Like Graham, I think you bring up a good point. It's like because if you bring in Specialized run their own thing, then all of a sudden, they control. All right, we're gonna ride for beers.
Yeah,
everybody that's in the Lifetime. So Lifetime kind of loses that. Same as Santa Cruz. I mean, you have Trek. Trek would be the dark horse there. Scott. Then you probably get Brandon back in Lifetime to, actually have an off-road team. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think on that same token, like advanced question here, Mid-South, announced they're gonna pros only, right? Start Saturday, Friday.
Yeah.
And a lot of I saw some comments there about, hey, are the pros gonna stick around and cheer on the amateurs from the amateur people? I'm like, no, the pros never stay around. Like
maybe they're gone.
Pros, but I think the money does, as Lifetime bumps up to almost $600K. Like is Unbound gonna go to $700 now? I think it's like what 500 right now, right, or 450.
Yeah, I would be okay with them upping the price or going the route of making it like an exclusive experience event. If they made it an exclusive experience event, like so Unbound, like okay, you pay to accomplish this awesome feat. But man, if I'm gonna pay $700, I want to cross that finish line. I want Normatec boots set up. I want I want them to take care of my bike. I want them to wash my bike. I want them to bring it back to my room. Make it just like this Nedbank Gravel burn.
Yes.
Like, show me what I'm paying for. Because right now I'm paying for a start and a finish, and then riding on open roads, hoping I don't get hit by a car.
Yeah, and remember 2 years ago.
Well, you do have to buy your T-shirt.
Wait, what'd you say? That you had to pay for water?
No, when the amateurs got there, the mud year was 23. They got there and there was no water because the pros had used all the water to wash their bikes off.
Yeah.
And now you have these people that are going to take 20 hours plus that are going to ride 40 miles with no water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They paid to be here. That's a huge oversight. It's gonna be interesting to see how this develops. And I think, Jason, the reason I'd say they need to attract the Euro riders is if you don't diversify that field, we're gonna know who's gonna win. So all every year, right? There's 3 guys that can win every single time.
I don't think so. Did you say Euro or newer riders?
Euro. Yeah.
I
mean, Keegan. If Keegan hadn't done the marathon world champs, he probably would have won this because he wouldn't have been too lean to lose all that power. Schwammergan, he would have been fresh for both of those races. I think he would have been hard to beat. Obviously, the bad luck he had.
I think this stuff goes in like dynasties. I mean, there's a certain person like Keegan who is at a level that most people are not, and same with Toddy. Same with, what other ones, they've all had multiple years of
Nino. Let's throw in Nino there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generational talents. Yeah, absolutely.
But I agree with Aria, and I'm going to say, Jason, you are so wrong. Because I think in Tade's sense, okay, Tade, we can't put Tade in that group. You take Nino and you take Keegan. While they are good, I think it's a bigger reflection of it being a weak field and not a generational talent. And so incentivizing the best riders to come over and ride would take that element out of it. And then so I disagree there. And then I also want to say that I think that the reason that I think teams were on the discussion list and maybe the short list of things to do for next year until Keegan lost. Because if it had been Sophia Keegan, like all these years in a row, like Lifetime would have tried to find something to do to mix it up.
Yeah,
and I think that teams would have been a very good way to do that. But all of a sudden, their grand experiment worked and Keegan didn't win out of a fluke, which I think, again, Aria makes the exact point. But what a convenient thing to happen. So they don't have to change anything, and they still maintain all the control.
But it's the same in all sports. I mean, every sport has that one player or one person that outshines everybody for a while.
I know, but like Keegan would not be. Keegan's not good. Like Keegan's good, but he's not like top.
Keegan is a world tour rider racing domestically. That's what is happening.
I think I don't think Keegan's a world tour rider now. And if Keegan were to go to the world tour, Keegan would be pack fodder that no one would ever hear about. He'd be a climbing domestique or something like that. But like he would never be. I don't think he would ever be at the pointy end of a race winning. I really don't believe that. Come at me if you think I'm wrong.
Unless the gravel race, then he's gonna win.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. If it's a gravel race above 8,000 feet for 100 miles, like winner. Like maybe he's really good at that. But I think that Chemo and all the Lifetime executives were just ecstatic when Keegan didn't win because they got to say like, "Oh, look, we have competition now."
You can keep the series alive. Honestly, if you'd won again, I would have been like, well,
they have a narrative. Yeah. They have a narrative next year, which is Keegan the comeback.
Yes. What? and I like Keegan's racing. I
like Keegan too. Nothing against him.
My problem is I get into this sport because I love it, and like if I'm watching, I want to see everybody come down to the line. I don't want to be like, oh, we know it's freaking Leadville. Keegan's going to ride away, 50 miles in, and But if you look on the women's side, right, Ketone, Melissa, all those new ladies coming in, well, they're not new, and shaking up, like you're like, okay, I'm excited watching this.
Yeah.
But if men's just like, forget about it.
Yeah, I just think like without teams, you're just excluding such a huge tactical point of bike racing where like it just makes races so much more fun. If you have teams and if you understand how teams work in cycling, it makes it so much more fun. I think it would be far more entertaining than any road race because now you have teams with terrain that you got to navigate. So sorry, Jason, I cut you off.
I'm still not a big, I don't know. The teams kind of rubs me. I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know.
Take your teams in your dropper post and get out of here.
So honestly, I guess the next level of this whole scenario is, do you think Gravel is mature enough to just do Gravel pros only and just do their own thing?
I was thinking going the other way and just kind of everybody that was in the Lifetime this year gets tossed out and they bring a whole new field of riders in every year.
Well, but then you need the dynasty version of it too, right? You need some old dogs that have been there, right? And see if they could still hang.
Which they're doing that.
The top 10 get kicked out and the bottom 10 get brought in.
Well, I guess in a way no, you don't want that. No.
I mean, they're keeping the top 5 from this year, and then they're still keeping the wild cards because obviously they had to keep the wild cards since Cam Jones won the whole thing as a wild card. but that only leaves 16 spots, men and women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a whole
Like,
lot.
you know, and then I think back to their announcement. The funniest thing they said is that they were going to use data-driven, like decision making to see who gets into the race.
You mean ChatGPT?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
they
Well,
can't pull it.
anytime you use data, obviously you're the smartest person in the world because you're using all the data.
All the
Well,
data.
everybody now can use data now. You know, we can all use the freaking AI.
I don't know how to use data at all.
That's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting
into
though.
it.
I'll like short take though. I'm not hyped about next year's Lifetime Grand Prix. Like I'm not even hyped about the fact that they're using the same races again. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I know like still what's the furthest east race that they have?
Come east, for crying out loud.
Bentonville. Like, I mean, where I live, Jason, where you live, like we have gravel that would eviscerate that field. Like, I mean, big climbs, fantastic. Beautiful mountains, you know, wonderful scenery, and close to Atlanta, close to Knoxville, close to DC, close to
New York,
like New York, close to Pittsburgh.
Well, the thing is, then they have to either work with somebody or have to buy another race out there because they want to keep everything under, you know, the Lifetime Grand Prix umbrella. So
I know some of these races out here would probably go for pretty cheap.
You think those?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. I mean, like,
yeah, no, it's very interesting. Yeah, I kind of love and hate Lifetime Grand Prix. You know, I do appreciate what they're trying to do for the US thing, but I feel like they're pigeonholing the freaking event by some of these weird.
I don't even care if they pigeonhole it. Honestly, just make it entertaining. And like every decision that they made with these new updates makes it no more entertaining for me. Yeah. You know, I'm watching a one-on-one time trial for 100 miles next year at Leadville. And I'm watching a 10-hour race at Unbound again, one-on-one that's going to come down to a sprint finish. Like it is just so boring to me. Like, what am I going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Like, I'm going to have to make up some stuff. I'm going to have to do research and talk about more stuff.
Well, we should talk about your winter riding equipment that you're wanting to purchase.
I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I need to.
Before we jump to that, I want to share this clip right quick. Hold on.
Oh, are we going to show the crash?
Yeah. Let's see if we can share this clip here. Yeah. I moved my studio around. It's such a mess to see all my windows. All right.
Yeah. I had that problem too on my iPad.
Yeah. It's like all right. Here comes the show.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. This is one of our resident.
Is this a listener submission?
This is one of our. This is a listener. Look at this.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that.
Ran out of talent.
Yeah,
he ran out of talent. Man.
He was going too hard in that corner. Look at that.
Oh, we should do this. We should do this once a week. We should have listeners tag us on Instagram with their bike footage, and we can review
Absolutely.
it. Let's review this one.
You shouldn't be riding on those trails in the mud.
Here's my question, guys. This is a question here. Do you think Zora needs a new helmet? Based on, like, let's look at it. Do you think his helmet's good?
Well, based on what the helmet people say, no, it's not good.
Right? Like once you take an impact, right, you need a new one, right?
Based on what I would ride that another 25 years.
Yeah, right.
If it's not
hold on, pull that back up.
Maybe use that brain work that I do.
Yeah, I want to go through this. Can you slow it down?
We can pause it and play it a little bit. Yeah.
I want to dissect what went wrong here. And listeners, if you have footage, good or bad, like
we want to
will
see it.
we'll put it up here. We want to see it.
Obviously, tire pressure, right?
Yeah, that was one of the first things I thought. He looks a little firm.
He's riding like his tire pressure is probably 35 or 40.
Yeah, so he's set up.
Okay.
Set up. Oh, the knee comes out. What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what wheel goes
He's
first?
still on his bike.
So front wheel is going first.
Front wheel's going first. He's going He's going
yeah.
inside to outside on the turn too. Do we notice that? Rewind just a little bit, Aria. If we notice, he sets up inside on the turn right there.
Well,
man, that boy was leaning. No, you were pushing that bike, Z.
So listeners, so you know, this is not how you take a turn without a berm. You got to be about 2 feet wider than where he was right there, because he tries to hit the apex and he says, "I got this." The knee comes out. Look at the knee. Watch the knee. Oh, look at him. Pro unclip though. He got his foot out pretty quickly.
Yeah, he got it out. I would have not been able to unclip. I would have definitely.
Yeah. Did anyone check on the tree after? That tree looks like it was hit pretty hard.
16 PS. The tree got hit pretty hard. 16 PSI was running the back.
All right, so get this. Well, what were you running in the front? 16 PSI in the back? Really?
Probably front too.
I think he burped it.
So one of my buddies I rode with on this weekend, he went out for a Monday ride, broke his collarbone. Last year, almost to the day, broke the same collarbone.
Oh,
so he's out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he's out again for all winter, pretty much. At least it's winter time, I told him.
No, I broke my collarbone and I was out for like 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, it's winter, so he's not doing anything.
Yeah, there's no scratch, Zorn, because it was covered up by the giant dent in your helmet. You can't see the scratch because your eyes are like this right now.
Well, that could be a problem too. 16 PSI in the back. It is Coralville.
That's what freaking Graham was telling me to run.
Dude.
You know, how wide are those tires? Like,
I think low PSI. If you're not
what do you have on your bike? 2.4s?
No, he's got two.
I disagree with the low tire pressure, because you get sidewall rollover.
No, okay. Yeah, you gotta find the perfect.
You gotta find a sweet spot.
You gotta find that spot where. And if I'm riding berms, okay, I'm not running that lower pressure because I'm pushing the sidewall harder. But if it's going to be a loose day where it's pretty technical, like if I haven't felt a rim on a ride, I don't think my pressure is low enough.
That is bad advice.
No, it's not bad advice. No, I'm not saying crush a rim. I'm just saying
I don't like that either. I don't like touching the rim, and I don't like being rock hard either.
Because some of the tire pressures, man, I'm more because I've crashed a few times from just rolling my sidewall, so I'm kind of super paranoid about going too low. But maybe you're right. Maybe I should actually try and experiment on.
I was running 16 PSI out there on 2.6 honchos, with a 40 mil rim. So, that was a new feature there. Where was that?
That's the extension. They added a whole lot, man, since you've been gone.
I knew the extension, but I didn't see. Well, I know that bridge. I went over. I rolled off of that bridge a couple of times, but there was a big, like a big bridge type thing. Who was that? You guys were passing Egan there?
No, Egan doesn't.
I don't think that was Egan, was it? No.
Egan doesn't ride in any way that he could get captured on film or by Strava. I like that. I think this should be a little segment we do. Let's do listener reviews. Zoran,
Yeah, it's
the amount that
tough.
you're justifying this crash doesn't help you at all. So I would let the
What
chat
were
lie.
those? What were those tires anyway? I gotta know not to buy those.
No, he says I already gave him a hard time about his tires.
What
But,
were
you know,
they?
I'm not one to speak after my race kings at Schwammergan, so I'm like,
What were those? What tires was he on?
He's on the
Zero?
specialized
Oh
like
God!
fast track
Oh
alphas.
God! Fast tracks.
yeah.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
Is that why you're running? Oh, but yeah.
Hey, can I do a quick call out? Especially, I meant to mention this last week on the podcast, but I know our recent. I love Brennan Wirtz, and he was on our podcast. But I do want to call out the fact that he flatted his Pirellis like 3 miles into Big Sugar.
Was he on Pirellis? I thought he was on something else.
No, isn't he
Yeah,
on Pirellis? Oh, Renee Hurst. Sorry, not
Renee
sorry,
Hurst.
sorry,
Yeah,
Renee
yeah,
Hurst. Renee Hurst.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pirelli. I think you make good tires. He was on his Renee Hurst, which are notorious for flatting.
No,
And
you
he
keep
flatted.
saying that.
He
Renee
flatted
Hurst are good tires.
immediately. First flat of the race, and I was watching the live stream, and I audibly laughed out loud. I was like,
No, he was just jinxed. I've been really happy with Renee Hurst tires. You know, they might have a pair of 50s here. We don't know.
I am happy that you ride them.
yeah, I'm happy that someone keeps them in business.
Someone's got to.
Someone's got to.
I honestly, so hear me out with Renee Hurst, okay? I think if somebody came into gravel, they're a newbie, and they're like, hey, I want a tire that's going to allow me to ride all this stuff, you know, decently. I think Renee Hurst is the best tire in the game.
I actually really agree with you on that fact. So if you want a tire that'll teach you everything about cycling that you need to know, I think a Renee Hurst is really good because you're gonna learn how to ride it. You're gonna learn how to pump it up, and when it flats, you're gonna learn how to plug it, and then when it flats again, you're gonna learn how to pop the bead off of a tubeless tire.
Absolutely.
And then put a tube in it and
get all that sealant all over you.
You're gonna learn how to replace the valve stem and do all that. Like, it really is a perfect intro into cycling if you want to learn what cycling is actually about. So
no. You should have been on Maxxis. I feel like Maxxis tires flat all the time. Did Payson move away from Maxxis, or is still a Maxxis rider?
I don't know. He's losing the Nedbank Gravel burn. So I don't know.
Big time, right? He's like what, 20th or something?
Yeah.
I mean, he's very tired.
So yeah, moral of the story is ride Renee Hurst if you really want to learn.
No. Guys, don't listen to Graham. Graham, what's your favorite tire?
My favorite
tire. Let's hear how crappy your tire is. Tell us.
My favorite tire. Well, my favorite tire is the GP 5000, but that's a road tire. So I can't.
Well, there you go.
I can't really say anything.
Man, even Egan agrees with you. What the hell,
dude? If Egan agrees, then you know it's true. You know it's
Egan's the Renee Hurst hater too. I'm not. You know, you guys are in one bucket now. I'm not even going to listen to anything.
It's all good.
I don't know.
What's your favorite gravel tire, Graham?
My favorite gravel tire. I mean, I really have. It's not fashionable anymore because they don't make it big enough. But the Pathfinder, S-Works Pathfinder, is legit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I love that tire.
Crop tire, but I knew
oh
it.
My God.
Me? In a 47, not a 42.
For a gravel tire?
Yeah, in a 47.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the gravel tire that I like the most, I think.
I'll tell you what.
Was those Terraville Rutlands.
Sparwoods.
I didn't like. I thought the Sparwood was pretty good, but I really liked the Rutland.
Yeah,
I like the Rutland. But it's the opposite of the Renee Hurst. It's super heavy.
Yeah.
It's super puncture resistant. It's
super durable, though. You know.
Well, no, the the Rutlands that I had the tan walls, and they were about the lightest out there. Of course, I was riding a 42. Huh? It was a tan, the tan supple. It was a 42 when I was riding them.
Nobody rides 42s anymore, Jason.
No, well, this was like 5 years ago, 10 years, 6 or 7 years ago.
It's true.
If you got anything under 48 and you're doing gravel, you're doing it wrong.
You know, I'll give you another tire out there that I really love, but most people don't like riding with you when you have it, is the Pan Racer Gravel King SK. Like, I love the Gravel King SK is so good, but the problem is it just throws rocks everywhere. So no one wants to follow you.
Terrible.
Yeah.
They are
terrible.
They are worse than the Renee Hirsch. And that is a rhyme.
No, Jason.
Worse than the Renee Hirsch, yes.
All right, well, bring some data.
I would ride a Renee Hirsch before I put a Gravel King on my bike.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Gravel Kings.
Although, have you ridden the new Gravel Kings though? They redid the tire pattern, the tread on it. Is it less sand throwing than? It looks like a little bit different design. Maybe it's better.
I don't care.
But that was the original tire there though. The Gravel King I think it's still a really good tire though. You know? You just can't. People won't draft you. They won't want to work with you when you're hitting them with rocks and stuff.
No, I don't want.
Clever play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What's everybody else's favorite tire? Someone else drop it in the comment.
I don't like Bontrager tires either, really.
Oh, I love the Bitassos. I'm a Bitasso guy.
I got the SE5s on my mountain bike now. I'm just waiting for them to wear out so I can put something better on there.
Yeah.
Bitasso, man.
I mean, I pretty much like all the Maxxis tires. I've been liking Schwalbe.
I think Schwalbe makes good tires.
They wear a little quickly, but so does Terraville. Terraville's not really a long life tire.
That's the problem with the Terraville. Sparwood, for me, I noticed they wear out quick.
Yeah.
And they're not cheap either, so it's like.
Yeah, no, I agree with Egan here, saying that.
Ooh, we got Michelin. Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Enduro. Taylor's trying to flex his Enduro background. Our listeners are tamer than that.
The Michelins, they've got a good tread. I think they wear pretty well. They're all right. They're kind of heavy. But it doesn't matter if you're going downhill really fast.
I do agree with Egan, though. I think that especially on the gravel line, the new Bontrager tires are a big upgrade. I haven't ridden the mountain bike stuff like the Montrose and the Brevard. I know it's like similar tread patterns to like the old SE5s and things like that, but I just haven't ridden any of that stuff. So I don't know a whole lot about it.
Have they gotten away from just doing the XRO and the XR1?
Yeah, they're all like family names now.
They've got names now.
Yeah, it's like Montrose, Brevard, Gunnison, I think is their like enduro tire. Yeah. And then they like the Batasso and someone help me. What's the lighter casing gravel tire? Girona is the like kind of more file tread.
One you're gonna wipe out in every corner.
What was the Chupacabra? Everybody liked the Chupacabra.
I've never heard of that one.
That was before. That was their 29er plus tire back in the day. You know, I had this was a 29er plus Maxxis tire Chronicle that I used to run that were pretty awesome. I really like those.
I'm a big fan of Gator Skin 25s.
Oh my God.
What
are you going to put those on?
P0.
That's something to ride the Tour Divide on at some point. I won't.
You'll never make it up to the Llama Ranch. You'll never make it up.
I won't.
Ooh, that's a good tire.
What's that?
That's the St. Anne.
The St. Anne.
Yeah.
What's
That's
that?
what I should have written that Schwalbe gun right there.
Goodyear.
The Goodyear. Can you read it?
Oh yeah, what's that one? Which one's that one?
Eagle
The
F1.
Eagle F1.
How old is that
Ooh.
tire?
Dude, they are light and they're
What do you-
skinny.
Well, what do you guys think about this whole trend? I know we're like an hour and 14 minutes in, so if anyone's listening, I apologize. But
Egan's
There's still people watching.
But like we talked a little bit about like bike industry ecosystems starting to kind of come up with like SRAM, and their ecosystem. What do you guys think about these wheels with specific tires from the brand that makes the wheels? Like Zip has their wide internal rim that has a tire that is specific for it, and they said it's optimized. Like what?
I think, sorry to cut you off there. I think the only thing that worries me about that, if you're gonna go that route and you're traveling, if you're like maybe a racer or whatever, you gotta make sure you have the right, tire to fit those rims. I feel like, but I think it's a good concept if they've proven there's some kind of advantage. Yeah, are they saying there's an advantage to it?
Well, they're saying it's optimized, so not an advantage. Like I think you got to be clear there, because the way they're looking at it is they're saying like, okay, we built this rim that has like a specific width. We have a tire that fits the profile to maintain the aero gains that you get from the deep rim. So, but what they're not saying, they don't necessarily like compare. They're not saying like our tire versus like a GP 5000.
Right.
So that means that someone could throw a GP 5000 on there and it could be faster, which is like arguably the fastest tire out there for road. So I just think it's interesting that they're trying to market this. Don't just buy the wheel, buy the tire too, because if you get the wheel without the right tire, like I just don't know. I feel like it's
I don't know.
silly.
I feel like that's kind of crazy marketing, because you're only going to be selling the tires to the people that have your rims or vice versa.
Yeah, but you're also going to be able to take that tire, which is probably a $50 tire, and say it's worth $125 now.
Well, they're all doing that anyways.
Yeah, I know, but people are going to do that, right? And it's like the it's like the iPhone charger, right? Like, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they changed the model of the iPhone from a lightning charger to a USB-C, and now people are like, well, shit, I have to get new charging cables. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you're on a flip phone.
You still running? Jason's still running lightning.
Jason, I saw Jason earlier. He was playing Snake on his Nokia. Like he was playing Snake on there.
Blackberry. He's got a Blackberry.
I play solitaire all by myself.
With real cards. With real cards. You do it with real cards. You don't do it on the
I don't do real cards. Not all the time.
So just so everyone knows, everybody sees Jason's background. When you turn the camera the other way, it's actually a small, like 12 by 12 foot cabin with a lit by a gas lantern, and he will, after this, eat some raw tuna and then play solitaire on his potbelly stove. So just so everyone knows what we're working with here.
And then he's gonna build some shit when he wakes up in the morning.
You got to chop some wood.
Yeah, because the man is skilled. Jason built my shed where all my bikes are.
Oh man, yeah, I have no skill, so I got to stop there.
Yeah,
I'm skilled at hiring people.
Is that thing still standing, Aria?
Yeah, even Ivan helped. Yeah, it's still standing. Yeah.
Graham, I used to roll up to his house. He'd have his camera on there.
He looks like the Unabomber.
I'd roll up to Aria's house with his front camera going, and then I'd give a little butt cheek moon to the camera and ride away.
I love it.
I know.
I did that. I did that the other day. I was on a run and I went by my buddy's house and I mooned his Ring camera. He never said anything, but I definitely did it. So
that's on Instagram now.
Yeah.
You see, you guys are lucky and you're not living here anymore, because I just like to drop in. I used to just drop in at Jason's house.
Yeah.
Grab me. You always hit your address.
Bro, you could drop in anytime. I'm going to toss you a 1-year-old or a 3-year-old and say, babysit for a little bit. Please come over. Please come over.
I know how to rock a baby,
It'd be all right. All right, should we
Oh.
shut this thing down? We're an
Yeah,
hour and
guys.
20
Yeah,
minutes in.
that was a fun conversation.
Oh, I could talk all night.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Good
But
times.
yeah.
Good tires.
On another note, we are going to the Mega Mid South, guys.
Are we?
Yeah. Well, you not you guys, me and Yvonne.
Yeah, not
We're-
me. I'm not
We're going to Sea Otter.
Sea Otter.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
whip your ass.
We are all signed up for Sea Otter. Are you going to Mid South? The Mega Mid South, is that this weekend or?
This weekend. Yeah.
All
Are
right,
you gonna film?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the higher ground hundo.
Oh, nice. So yeah,
I-
hopefully get some good best miles. Take 2 weeks off after that, and then it's Sea Otter training time.
Mm.
You know.
Well, I got a half marathon coming up in 2 weeks, so I'm tapering for that right now. But
What's going to take you like what 3 hours to finish that one?
man, I'm looking. Y'all can hold me accountable here. I'm looking for between a 140 and a 145 is what I'm looking for.
Woof.
Is what,
Boy's going to be moving.
that's
You're
what
gonna
I'm
be
going for.
looking for a while.
Yeah, I might get my wife to film it. I'll send you the footage, and you can decide if you
Yeah.
want to use it.
What kind of we'll definitely show it up here. Hopefully you don't have any crashes like Jordan.
Seriously, what time are you shooting for?
No, I'm serious, man. That's what I'm gonna do.
Jason's like, I don't buy that time.
Jason's like, you're rethinking the sea otter bet. You're rethinking the sea otter bet a little bit.
Like, damn, Graham is making up times here, like he's a professional runner or something.
I'm not. I'm a casual runner that just kicks ass.
Oh,
the,
I get it. He's gonna get a lift. He's gonna Uber his way to the finish.
Frank gonna be one of those cheaters of the New York Boston Marathon. What kind of shoes do you have? Those ridiculous Nike Vaporflies that have like a freaking 10-inch sole that's all air?
No, dude.
He's wearing a pair of Docksiders.
No, I'm running in Chucks.
Yeah,
Chucks.
Just
What?
Chucks. Yeah, dude.
Dude.
They wouldn't let me run barefoot for regulations. So I said, okay, well, what's the closest thing to keep me connected with the world and the earth? And I said Chucks. So
Chucks. And,
yeah, dude.
man,
what color? Are they high or low?
High, obviously, ankle support.
that's the way. Yeah, low Chucks, no, always high.
You going black or white?
Black, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want
it's
someone to step on them and ruin
Exactly.
the game.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, and no creases. I won't crease them either. My stride actually keeps them uncreased.
Is that
You
good?
don't be
That's
like
really
a
good.
gazelle in the African Serengeti.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
y'all look for I'm looking for like 115 to 120 in Chucks and jean shorts. So
I'll have your Strava ready to pull up here.
It got a half an hour lower just in this conversation. He went from 140 to 145 down to 150, 115, 120. So he's getting faster just sitting here talking.
I'm just thinking about it. It makes me faster. So it'll be
The good
great.
thing is we will be able to pull up this conversation and know exactly the first number he mentioned.
No, it's not. It's not like it's recorded on the internet or anything like that, or posted live. So we're good.
All
We're
right,
good.
guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us every week. Just all blah blah blah.
Yeah, drop in the comments what you think I'm gonna run. I'm curious to know what the audience thinks. So yeah, drop that in there.
Yeah,
But-
and yeah, guys, if you do have any nice clips, or some video riding clips, please send us or running
send them
that you
over.
want to share. Please
Tag us.
send them.
Aria will pin in the top comment our Instagram, so that way, just tag us in the Instagram, and we're happy to review your clip. We won't be as hard as as we were on Zoran, but we'll do it.
Oh yeah, we will.
We will. That's
Yeah,
just how
we
we do it, though.
Yeah.
I'll add the our Instagram here. But awesome. Thanks, guys. Shall we shut it down?
Shut it down.
All right. Until next one.
See you guys.